Hi, hello. Uh, I thought I would discuss the route change that I've made recently to my Zelda II speedrun attempts. It's not so much a magical time gain, but it's more to mitigate potential time loss. And that route change is getting Shield Spell after Palace 2. If you know what happens after Palace 2, there's a dreadful walk, the swamp slash tomb walk, which goes from Palace 2 through a swamp, through a desert, through a graveyard, down a hole, through some more caves, out a desert, into the ocean somewhere, and that's Palace 3. It's a long friggin' walk. And kind of like the most encounters for me that are acceptable are 2. But we all know that doesn't happen very often. Because 2 usually leads to 3, which leads to 5, which leads to 85. Nobody wants an 85 encounter tomb walk in their PB. It would just be ugly looking. Everyone would make fun of you. And you also wouldn't get the PB. Because that would be like a 19-hour run. But what if there were a way to always get 2 encounters? Well, there's not. But just imagine, just spitballing here. By ducking into Shield Town, that's only half of the walk. Much better chance to get 2 or less, right? Much better, galaxy brain. So it's not about saving time, it's about preventing time loss. Now you do lose time. By going up the 6 or 7 tiles and then doubling back down another 6 or 7, I don't want to count. Counting sucks. It's like 6 or 7 seconds. I don't know. Everything is usually 3 seconds lost in Zelda 2. We'll just say it's 3, even though it's not. It does lose some time. So how do we make the time back? Double, bubble, skip. That's how. If you're new to Zelda 2 speedruns, I am sorry. I apologize. So we want to go into this cave, and we want to do the normal P-bag strat, which involves killing enemies in a very specific manner. Just for a chance. It's all about a small smidgen of a chance. I do a little jump here and then stab as soon as possible. We didn't get the bag. That's pretty normal. I mean, that happens a lot. But this setup still works for not getting the bag. It's not exact. There's the normal spawn, exiting the cave. We've got multiple backups to the backups, right? That's this kind of strategy here. Now stop, collaborate, and listen. This spawn has to happen. If you don't see this spawn going into the cave, you're too slow. And this spawn is almost always there. I don't know how you could be that slow, but if you were and you saw no spawn, then you're too slow, man. I'm sorry. So this heavy encounter will be somewhere different slightly. Like he'll be slightly closer or further from Link. That doesn't matter as long as the spawn is there. Now you want to go into Parappa Cave. Don't want to kill the loader. Don't even stab him. Don't relinquish the left diagonal. Directional. Now here, this spawn. This spawn determines what you have to do to get the reverse bubble. So let's go over the bubble skip. The bubble skip is the encounter of bubbles that are going up the screen. It sucks. It's long and you can die. You want to get an encounter on that tile to skip it. But normally we only skip one direction, but we got to skip both. That's what the reverse bubble setup is for. But some bubble skip logic just not related to this route. If this spawn is fast, that means the next spawn is slow. Fast means they move immediately, converging on Link. Slow spawn means they spawn and then sit there for a third of a second and then move. And that will mean it's the opposite for the one you're actually skipping with. That's just some bubble skip knowledge for you. Shoutouts to L-Hot. So, provided you don't get a all fairy spawn or something really wild, you almost always can get the bubble skip, and if you don't, it's your fault. We know that now. So, I've devised a strategy for like 5 different encounters I can stuff in my nanocortex. I can't really put any more in there. And you usually only get the 5 anyways. And as long as you do the P-bag strat kind of consistently, even if you don't get the bag, you're still more than likely going to see one of these 5. So this is one of those 5. It is a bottom encounter. Bottom, fast, heavy guy on the left. There's the heavy. What are the variables? The variables are related to the Gorilla screen. So, you will either kill the Gorilla or spare the Gorilla, and you will either exit to the right or exit... Wait, my right is your... Either exit to the right or exit to the left. Kill or spare. It's kind of like a GDQ donation incentive, except you have no control over what you must do. So you grab the heart, kill or spare Gorilla, depending, and then exit right or left. So from there, you then have to stand on a specific tile, so on and so forth. We'll get to that. This is one of the 5 spawns. Bottom. It's the only one for the bottom that I have. It's the one with the heavy on the left. It'll be fast, which means the bubble skip encounter will be slow and on the top. So if we do our normal manipulation, we stand in the normal spot. There you go, nice heavy slow. Kill the Gorilla and exit to the right. That's what we're gonna do. Standard kill, grab the heart, kiss the stone, jump the boomerang, 6 stabs. We're gonna pop a squad here on this tile. Okay. We get a back spawn. The spawns for these setups always happen on the beat. It goes 1, 2, 3, go, and goes when you should move, or a little bit after if you want to be precise, right? With this one, you move a little bit after they've converged, so like a half a tile between. That's just regular Zelda 2. All right, so you've seen there, by killing the Gorilla in the normal fashion, I've gotten the back spawn by sitting on this tile. I knew that I would. That is the setup. And the setup will be different for the other shaped spawns that we're going to talk about. But this is the first one. All right, so we just have to kite them over. All right, we got it. Do the rep stabby 3 times. And the rep stabs, if you're wondering, prevent that from being a weird random walk, and we're going to use that a little bit. But there is the reverse bubble setup, one instance of it. You should get a 153 to like 157 time entering. PALS 1. It's pretty good. That's just one though. That's one encounter. The bottom fast. So what other ones can we get? Let's see what states I have on here, and I'll tell you. All right. So this is a really fun one. This is the right spawn, and it's the slow right spawn with the heavy on the left. There's another right spawn with 3 small encounters, but this is the right with the heavy. It's slow. Okay? This one is specific because it involves standing here instead for a double fairy, we didn't get because I wasn't paying attention. This is my favorite one because it's a double fairy spawn, and that's very funny. You have to stand here, otherwise you won't get it. Kite the encounter towards you, then move. Okay? Now we're going to skip the Gorilla and exit to the right. Standard Gorilla skip. Grab the heart, jump immediately, get the heck out of dodge. This one involves a squeeze, north. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, we got the skip. The rep 3 stab saves the day again. Boom. There's another bubble skip for you. It's not that complicated. Just got to keep a couple of them in the nano. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite one. The double fairy, because it's very impressive to call out a double fairy spawn. It makes you look like a wizard. I'm not a wizard, but, you know, I can understand that comparison. What's another spawn? Oh, what the hell? Alright. This was the original spawn that I found. It is the left spawn with the heavy. So the left spawn is a slow spawn, which means the next one will be fast. That guy always does that. Yes, don't be afraid. It's a fast spawn coming up. There we go. This time we're going to skip the Gorilla, but exit to the left. We got to jump on the stone, and then jump over here. I know, right? Exit stage left. Northeast tile back spawn. 2, 3, go. See? We got to do this little elbow noodly thing to get it. And this, we don't need to do the rep stabs at all. We can actually just run straight up back spawn. Am I not a wizard? Tell me I'm not a wizard. Tell me I'm not. What about another state? What is this one? This is a bottom spawn. This is a fast... We did this one, right? We did this one? I think we did. That was the first one we did. Sorry. Alright. This is the most complicated spawn. Top spawn. Heavy on the right. It's a slow spawn. Which means we will get a fast spawn for the next. This will be a bottom with a heavy on the right. We got it. Alright. Skip Gorilla. Exit right. For this one. So it's standard skip. You want to be kind of close to the left there so you can jump over that pillar easier. That's just a tip. Here you want to be the southwest tile. 1, 2, 3, go. And you have to do some advanced kiting to get them to go. And then you do, of course, 3 stab. Now that one's a bit more advanced. And I just failed that part, but we can do it again. It's a bit more advanced. This was the weird top spawn that I couldn't figure out early in the day. I was like, how do you, like, what are you doing here? That's a tricky spawn for the bubble skip as it is, right? Kind of fools you into thinking it's slow, but it's fast. But yeah, skip the Gorilla. You gotta go southwest, man, on this one. Remember the 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Pause, pause, pause. Do some kiting. Oh, see, that was a better kite, but you get the idea. There's another spawn. Now let's put all that knowledge together. Let's do a full stop. Because this ain't no game. We're not, well, it is a game, but I'm not playing tricks. There's no splicing, no magic happening. This is real. And there's one spawn I didn't show you, but maybe we'll run into that spawn. That'd be pretty cool. That's my slightly alternate cave. When I don't get the pea bag, I do that sometimes. Not that it really matters. It's all fake, made up in the head. There's the pea bag. So this is a good example, right? That pea bag is usually where I grab it. It is a typical run for me. We'll get the spawns over here. Everything's fine. Skip Shield Town. Bye. Bye, Shield Town. The spawn here. Look how far away he was from Link, right? That means I was kind of fast. I was pretty fast. I don't know what that means, but I was fast. What spawn are we going to get? Alright. This is the triple right spawn. Since it was a fast 3 small, that means this will be a slow. Which means we skip the Gorilla and we exit stage left. Not right, left. Grab the heart. Exit stage left. Here we go. And we actually want to do a south tile. Alright. This one differs. It can either be a spawn on the right or a spawn on the left. So that's why we go to the south tile. And we're going to want to corral them. It's not a slink, because slink is like running through an encounter. We just want them to get closer to us, so like move a half a tile closer, like that. And then we move. And this will help kite them. Okay? See? Now we got the skip. We're going to do the 3 stab, as per usual, to normalize the situation. If you're ever unsure, you can do that 3 stab. And I think that about covers it. That's all 5 encounters. And there they all are. I rest my fucking case. And, yeah, whether or not that saves time, it's kind of irrelevant. It looks pretty sweet, right? And that's all that matters. Okay, so now that we've done that, we have to get to Shield Town. And this will be no different than normal. You gotta get lucky. You gotta get lucky no matter what it is, okay? This is extremely lucky. All right, that's a half encounter. Now, with some luck, maybe we can get a half encounter. We got a half encounter. Let's pretend we went through Shield Town, because we already have shield in this save state. So now we want to wait on this tile, kite them, and since they were random, do what we were doing. Take that step back. Boom! Tomb Walk! It's not even hard, guys. God. Now, wouldn't a half encounter Tomb Walk be great? Okay, so this is more likely scenario. You'd make a mistake like that, and there's one encounter. And there's the other encounter. You see how bad the swamp is? But, since we exhausted our spawns over there, we get there. We get there. And then we would, of course, have to get shield. We already have shield in the save state. Don't pay attention to that. But I'm going to go through the town to not get that random walk. Hopefully, so. Alright. You go right down, break the boulder, grass tile here, wait a little bit to kite them around. Then take your 3 steps back there, and you will always get a Tomb Walk. There you go. Isn't that better? Isn't the possibility of that one half encounter just tingling your brain cells? It is for me. And that's why I'm using this strat. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and happy speedrunning.